Hi loves, and welcome back to the channel. I just got back from Shanghai, China. A little exhausted, but it was a complete whirlwind just because I got to experience so many amazing things. I went with Dior Beauty for the launch of their new Capture Youth line. I got to experience my very first Tai Chi lesson, which I was so excited about because, as you guys know, I love health and wellness. And second, I got to also learn about tea and experience my very first traditional Chinese tea ceremony. So that was really exciting. And of course, the last day, I attended the Capture Youth event, which was the really big event launching the Capture Youth products. And I did this makeup look that you're looking at right now. And I got so many compliments and requests from you guys to do a makeup tutorial on this look, and that made me so happy. So today, I thought I'd share with you guys kind of step-by-step process of how I got ready for the Capture Youth event using all Dior makeup products and also including their Capture Youth serums and moisturizer. Alright, so the very first thing that I always do before makeup is skin prep. The problem that I face is that I'm a little bit more on the oily side, and especially after a full day of makeup, if I try going for like the glowy look, I tend to look just like a grease ball. And I don't love using powder either because powder just gives you that kind of powdery feel. So what I've been doing since I've gotten my hands onto the Capture Youth product is I use a moisturizer, which is the Age Delay moisturizer. And what I love about this moisturizer is that it's super feathery and lightweight. So what I usually do is I will grab just like a little bit on my finger and I will apply it onto the palm of my hands, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add my Capture Youth serums. So the Capture Youth line has 5 different serums, but what works best for me because I'm slightly combination is a mixture of the Matte Maximizer and also the Glow Booster. This is really helpful for me to mix into my moisturizer because it kind of controls my oil sebum production. So what I do is I usually will go ahead and go in with the Matte Maximizer on my T-zone or my cheeks or my chin, and then start the whole makeup process. Or what I've been doing is I've been mixing the two. The Glow Booster is obviously to boost and enhance your glow. So this is really great for anyone who wants an extra glow. But again, for me, I don't want kind of that over-the-top glowy skin because then I'll look oily at the end of the day. So what I do is I will go ahead and add maybe 2-3 drops of Glow Booster into my moisturizer, and then I'm gonna take the Matte Maximizer and add another 2-3 drops, and then I'm gonna rub it all together. You can mix up to 2 serums into your moisturizer, so you're pretty much customizing your own moisturizer according to your skin type. Alright, my skin is already feeling super like tight and moisturized. This line, it really works instantly. Like the minute it hits your skin, you could feel the difference. So this is my personal combination for my skin that works for me. But if your skin is feeling a little dull and it needs like a pick-me-up, then the plump filler is probably your best bet. It's also great for aging skin or jet lag skin. Also, the Lift Sculptor is another great one because it instantly kind of lifts up your skin and tightens it all up. And then Redness Soother. If you have some acne, if you have splotchy skin, this is a really great base to mix in with your moisturizer. This is also for smoothing, so before your makeup, it also works very well with. Now moving on to actual makeup. So what I like to use as my base, a lot of people use primers, but I don't know. I haven't really found a primer that I love. I've actually been using BB cream or BB cushion. This one is a BB cushion by Dior, and it's just really light. And what I love about BB cushions is that it's really moisturizing, it's hydrating, it's actually good for the skin. This base is a little lighter in color than my skin tone, and I like that because my foundation I usually use almost true to my skin color, and the BB cushion will give it, again, like kind of a lifted look as the base. I am color 11, and again, this color is a little lighter than my skin color, but that's intentional. Alright, moving into foundation. If you guys are wondering why I'm not using a sponge, it's because I prefer my fingers, and it's just faster. I'm all about efficiency. So this is the Forever foundation, and it's called the Perfect Makeup Everlasting Wear. It's one of my favorites because it has really great coverage. It has sunscreen, great for the day, but it also feels very lightweight and airy. It doesn't feel like you have so much makeup on. And I am color 24. And also, don't forget your neck, guys. A lot of you guys always give me a hard time because I always forget my neck. Okay, last step for skin is concealer. This one is DiorSkin Forever Undercover. This one's actually really great for my under eyes because I have dark circles. And again, just using my fingers. Under eyes, gone. Okay, next up is bronzer, and this is the Nude Air Illuminizer. It's really light, it's in liquid form, so it's not a powder bronzer, which is a little different. And you just need a little bit. This one's a little darker than what I usually use, but because it's liquid, you're able to blend it in a lot more. So I like to add this bronzer all around the lines of my face because I think it just makes my face a little sharper. And then also my jawline. And then I just tap it in, just like I do with my skincare products. Don't forget the neck. Okay, next up is eyes. I have my Dior palette. This one is the 537 Touch. It has this bone color that I'm obsessed with. It's this color right over here. And I just add it all over because I kind of have oily lids, and especially after all the skincare products, my lids are very, very oily. Now with the same pointy brush, I'm gonna get the blackest black color eyeshadow. I've noticed that the best way to do this is drawing out the actual smoky eye before and then going in and filling it in. So at first it looks kind of crazy because it looks super graphic, but then once I blend it in, it looks fine. So with that said, okay, so it's really important for me to connect the bottom with the top. So I'm gonna start off with the bottom and bring it up to the top and connect it. So this is the general outline that I'm gonna work with for my smoky eye. Okay, now I'm gonna get a silver before I go in and fill the lines. And I'm gonna fill the front with the silver color. And I like to go a little bit in front of the tear duct because it just makes my eyes look a little bigger and longer. I could fill the silver in the black area just so when I do blend it, it'll blend nicely together. Alright, now going with this brush, I'm gonna take the black and I'm gonna fill in that section. So the key thing is you just have to keep blending and don't give up midway because it might look super severe and crazy, but you just gotta keep blending and blending and blending, and you'll get it to a place where you feel good about it. Alright, now I'm gonna take my liquid liner from Dior. It's a DiorShow Art Pen, and this one is in Catwalk Black. Alright, liquid liner done. The last step I'm going to do for my eyes is I'm going to grab my highlighter that I usually use for my cheekbones, and I'm just going to add it right in the center of my eye. And I use my fingers. And it gives you a bit more depth on your eye. Now I'm going to grab the same highlighter. This is the DiorSkin Nude Air Luminizer in number 2. I'm just going to add it on the cheekbone. You guys see that? And then add it onto the nose bridge. This is actually a really, really strong color, so you guys don't need to use that much. A little goes a long ways. I'm just gonna add it here, so it could be the base of my lip color. Okay, so now it's time for brows, and I just love a good brow mascara. This one I'm obsessed with. I'm pretty much out of it because I feel like I don't really need to do anything with my brows once I just use this guy. You don't want to go too heavy with the brows. You want the focal point to be on one thing, and for me obviously this look is the eyes. And I'm gonna take a little defined pencil and get a brown shade that matches my brows. And because they're already pretty much filled in, I'm just gonna fill it in a bit with the shadow. So what I do is I like to extend the tail of my brows because they're a little shorter to match the tail of my wing. Oh, and if you guys are wondering why I skip the mascara part, I usually go in with mascara, but with a smoky eye, I feel like I don't need mascara just because it's so, like, dark already that a little bit of mascara, I feel like you won't even be able to notice. So I usually just skip the mascara part. My eyes and brows are just, like, really the statement in this look, so I'm going to keep my lips really natural and pink. I'm not going to do too much to it. So So the color that I used for the event was actually this guy. It is the color Tease, and it's a very light pink. It's a really good everyday color as well. And it's so moisturizing. And then what I do, I always do this just because I don't like the look of really defined lips. My thing is making it all blend together. I will go in with my finger, and then with the excess product, no products ever go to waste, I will add it onto my cheeks. And the whole night, I just carried around this guy, the lipstick, and if I needed to reapply, I'll reapply this, and I'll use the same as for my cheeks. I had a little tiny purse, so I couldn't fit that much makeup in, so this is one of the guys that I brought along with me. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and a big thank you to the Dior team for having me in Shanghai, China. And guys, I cannot stress enough how amazing this line is. I know a lot of you guys are asking, is it that amazing? Has she really used it? But yes, I've actually tested this out for over a month now, and just the fact that I could have full control over customizing it according to my skin, it's just game changing. And you really have no excuse to have the most perfect skin when you have full control over what goes onto your skin. So I highly suggest you guys give this product a try. If you guys have any questions about the product, make sure to ask your questions that you guys have down below, and I'll do my best to answer them. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you soon.